Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build model kits and to hang out with you and chat with all of you. Harold, thank you for hosting the stream. Appreciate that as always. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. I'm also throwing in a couple of the Christmas emotes that came in because if you subscribe, renew your subscription or subscribe for the first time, or if you gift over 300 bits, you unlock for random people in the chat that are watching the stream. They unlock random holiday emotes, Christmassy emotes. As you can see, the image behind me is a Christmas tree. It appears to be outside, which is fun. Snow, real snow on it. I got my Santa hat going here, making that happen. I put it in a way that doesn't annoy me and won't interfere with the microphone. How y'all doing out there? Throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote there in the chat. Let me know that you're here, that you're ready to go. If you're not a subscriber and you don't have those emotes, you can just say hi, hey, or hi. I was about to say hi, and then I said hey. You could say hey. You could just mention the demon, one of the demons in Yu Hakusho. Dude Wants to Rug is here. Asmo's here. We already got a solid crew. Folks, reminder, we'll mention at the end that that Asmo is streaming on Saturday, doing some Extra Life charity streaming. Harold's here. Bob Backwards is here, saying yay, hello, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. We are in the pre-show segment of the show. That's where we just kind of hang out and talk for a little bit before I get to the building portion of the stream. Give you a chance to kind of get settled. I get a chance to get settled. We get people that are coming in late a chance to come in. My camera autofocuses. I drink a little water because I need it. And we just hang out. It's just going to be a cool, chill stream, friends. I'm excited. We're back on Thursday. It has been a long time coming. I had 3 weeks. I had Anime NYC. Couldn't stream on Thursday. I had a work commitment for the place I tech at. Couldn't work that Thursday. Thanksgiving. Couldn't work that Thursday. This Thursday. I can work this Thursday. Asmo says, sure am streaming for Extra Life. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks to anyone who pops in to keep me company. My slow descent into madness. Yeah, hey, there's a reason why I offer to be on people's streams when they do Extra Life if I'm available. It's so that I don't do an Extra Life stream. Because the most I've ever streamed is 3.5 hours. And by that, into the 4th hour, you know, on my way to the 4th hour, when I hit 3.5, I was done. I was done. I did that charity stream in the summer where I sang for most of the 3 hours, and it was a lot. Hey, I'm going to say this right now. You may not see it. It's probably not going to get picked up on camera, but there is indeed a fly in my bedroom. Did I try to kill it before the stream started? Yes. Did I almost completely knock over my monitors in an attempt to kill that fly? Yes. Did I then stop, sit down, and say, all right, fly, you do you? Yes. So that fly is doing it, which involves flying around and generally being in my goddamn way. We'll see when we go to the overhead if it shows up. But yeah, I almost knocked over my monitors, so I'm going to let that one go. Just let that one live. I keep forgetting I have this part of... Let me try this. Let me try this. There. I think I like that better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Lashbrook is here. Hi, Lashbrook. Welcome, welcome. As always, this is just the pre-show. So, we've got a very small kit to build. When I say small kit, not only in size, but in amount of pieces. Like, tiny little pieces here. But also, 2 sheets. 2 sheets. And one of them has a part, or 2 parts, for another kit in them. Because... these Dragon Ball kits, these little mech Dragon Balls things, the idea is that that you purchase them, and then when you buy all of them, you get enough components to make a jet. Bulma's romantic fighter plane is what it's called, which is weird. That's a weird thing. But anyway, yeah, there's instructions, and each booklet comes with the instructions on what you need to make it, which is fun. Ooh, getting a lot of weirdness there. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it is. Yeah, basically the idea is that you're just like buy them all, and then you can make the one you can't make unless you buy them all. It's a thing. Anyway, let's go to the overhead. Oh, no, so before we go to the overhead, so once that's done, once I complete this kit, which you can see here, Oolong's hover, Ox King's vehicle, not Oolong. Oolong is there. Ox King's vehicle. Once we're done with Ox King's vehicle, we're going to build a Deathscythe. And I'm going to put the Scythe emote in the chat right now because we're building a Deathscythe. Now you're saying, Pat, you've built the Deathscythe Master Grade. You built the Deathscythe Hell Master Grade. Hell Custom Master Grade. You built the Deathscythe Hell High Grade because there's no Master Grade of the Deathscythe Hell. What are you doing? What's going on? Well, the answer is I'm a better model kit maker than I was when I made those kits. The original Deathscythe is one of the first kits I made on stream. Deathscythe Hell Custom, not too long after. I'm going to build the Deathscythe and the Deathscythe Hell Custom again. At this time, I'm going to do them right. And they're going to turn out great. And I'm going to put stickers on them. And maybe I'll even do some water slides in the future. Probably not. But I'm going to do them. Let's go to the overhead. So that's the plan. Like, so I got a Deathscythe. I got a Deathscythe Hell Custom from Endless Waltz. I love this kit. It is one of my favorite Gundams of all time. Very excited to build it. Do I wish that it had the double scythe blades that the Hell has? Yes. Do I think the bat wings are cooler than the Hell's camouflage system? Undoubtedly, yes. Do I think the pointy boots are cool? Of course I do. Do I miss the drone? No, not at all. I love that kit so much, but we can't start that kit until we do this. Now I have to imagine a Deathscythe on a water slide. It's very silly. It is. That's a silly image. Water transfers, water slides, yeah. Okay, so this was bought off my wish list by Ray. Thank you, Ray. Someone else bought me another one off my wish list. We'll get to the wish list at 10 o'clock in the 10 o'clock hour, and I'll mention ways that you can purchase kits off my wish list. And, hey, it's getting to be Christmas. If you've been thinking about doing that, this is the best time to do it. Because I don't have a lot of stuff in my backlog. My backlog right now is a Deathscythe. It's a Lego set. It's a Lego set that's small that I'm bringing with me to South Carolina in case I can stream there. And then I have I have Deathscythe. I have Gotenks, which is not Gotenks, sorry, Gogeta. Not Gotenks, Gogeta. That's a quick build. And then a 400-piece Lego set, which will take a little while, but not too long. And then also another one of these kits, which is like half a night's build coming. And that's it. So if you've been thinking about buying something on my wish list or buying me a gift card for USA Gundam Store, you know, you don't have to. In the same way, you don't have to become a subscriber. If you want to gift a sub to somebody watching who's not a subscriber, if you want to become a subscriber, you know, you totally can. I would really appreciate it. You don't have to. You don't have to renew if you've done it. If you want to use your Twitch Prime coin for somebody else, I get it. Bits and coins, always appreciated. You don't have to. None of that is necessary. None of that is required. I would prefer that if you watch the streams regularly, that you give me a follow, turn your notifications on, so you know when I go live, so that when I go and play Twitch Sings on Sunday, I'm doing a Sunday 3 p.m. Eastern stream where I'm going to sing some songs in Twitch Sings. It's been a while since we did that, so I'm going to do that. And I want you to know that and get a notification. So you're like, oh shit, Pat's singing. I'm going to jump in and join him. he's going to duet with somebody. The last time he did a duet, he sang a song with a woman that had a live bird with her. He sang When I Come Around in a duet with a lady with a live bird. That's what happened the last time I did Twitch Sings. Will that happen this week? I don't know. That's Sunday. Dirty says, ruh-oh. That's a nice hat, Pat. Evening chat. Evening to you. It is my Christmas hat. The white of it does not necessarily go great with the green screen, but I appreciate it. But yeah, 'tis the season, right? Today I filmed a video that's going to go up later this month that is Christmas themed for my Anime Club YouTube series. I wore this hat last night as well. I got it out for that video that I shot today, and then I wore it last night, and I'm wearing it tonight. This is one of the rarest things about. I'm going to try to actually get this to autofocus here. It didn't. Come on. Autofocus on my thumb. Get it together. Get it together, camera. There we go. That's, whatever. Whatever. It'll work or it won't. I don't care. It's fine. So I did a build stream last night, and I'm doing a build stream tonight. I almost never do back-to-back build streams. I occasionally will do a game stream, and then the next day do a build stream. And then there was that 1 week where I did a build stream, a game stream, and then a build stream. And that was a lot. It was 3 nights in a row. For me, that's a lot. Ultron's here. Hi, hello, Ultron. But yeah, so last night was technically instead of this Saturday. Because this Saturday, I'm not streaming. I will be in Philadelphia for PAX Unplugged. So I will be doing a live show, which I'll film and put up. And hopefully the audio will be good and the video will be good. I thought Wednesday were game streams. So, Dirty, the last couple weeks, Wednesdays have been build streams. I want to do Wednesday night game streams, but often, oh, thank you for the emotes. Often Wednesday night ended up being, well, because I can't stream on Thursday. Like, I'm streaming tonight, but the last 3 Thursdays, I haven't been able to stream due to holiday stuff. And various other things, like last week was Thanksgiving, so couldn't stream. But now I'm back on my regular Thursday schedule. I will definitely be streaming tonight, obviously, next Thursday and the 19th. The 26th, I don't know if I'll be streaming or not. So that later in the month it gets weird because I'm going to be in South Carolina with my folks. The last time I tried to stream in South Carolina, it did not work because the internet there was so bad that even wired, it was just the bitrate was really low and we kept dropping frames, and it just wasn't worth trying. My parents have gotten better internet, and in fact, the cable line is different, and so I'm going to wire up in the living room where the box is, and go into the new router and make an attempt, and I'll do like a test and try, and then if that works, then I will do a stream when I'm with my folks. I'm with my folks for like basically 6 days. I come back. I come back on Saturday the 28th, and so my plan is to not stream that day. Is to stream on the 29th because I won't have work. So, because I was like, oh, I can get back on the 28th and I'll just stream that night. But I get back at JFK at 7 p.m. So it'll take me longer than 2 hours to get back here with getting off the plane, actually landing, departing, travel, and all that. And then I won't be set up to stream that Saturday. So I'm going to stream the 29th. So at least I know that like I can do that. Well, at least you have a Waffle House at every interstate. Yes, so yeah, no, there's good food down there. Beyond Waffle House, like the area that my parents live in is a wealth of very good food. I'm not worried. Not worried at all. I'll do all right, including the airport. Bojangles. That's right. Bojangles. hey, look, is Bojangles better than other options? Some, not all. Is it just that I don't have any Bojangles ever near me, and it's nice to go get some Bojangles chicken at an airport and get a surprisingly good piece of cornbread? Yeah, that's what it is. Bojangles is just good for airport food. Like, in an airport, like, getting Bojangles is a treat. And I'm always happy when it happens. So, I got that. Jam is here. Hello, Jam. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody that's here. I'm so glad you're here on a Thursday. As I said, it has been weeks since I did a Thursday night stream. And I'll admit, folks, no problem. No, I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm not making any comments about it that should be perceived to be negative. Last night was lightly attended, and that's okay. It was tough because I'm in a much better, like, I'm not as loopy as I was last night, but last night, towards the end, I was just like, I just want to finish the Zaku 2. I, like, stopped talking at one point, and I'm usually very good about recognizing when I need to keep going. But I was pretty out of it last night, because I had dental surgery yesterday, and it was, like, a lot, and then just emotionally a lot. And then, yeah, it wasn't a lot of people watching, which is okay, and it happens. And also, the chat was very quiet last night. And that happens, and it's okay. Noise says dirty, yes. Yeah. It's okay when chat is quiet. I understand, and I'm never mad about it, right? There are folks that watch, like our friend Aristofan. Aristofan is here all the time. Is a great supporter of the stream, but doesn't really chat. Is not a chatter. It's not their thing. Our friend Christian, who popped in, never was a subscriber, but always had a lot to say. We miss Christian. We hope Christian is doing well. Christian also watched all of the anime that I would talk about on stream, so that was always kind of nice, but kind of came and went, one of those folks. Harold says I went to the dentist today. Harold, sorry. You said that, I hope things were better than my shenanigans. Asma says finally got the tooth taken care of. Yes, I am on no medication today. I am in zero pain, as I predicted and expected. Once again, I was totally aware that as soon as it happened, I would be fine. And then I gotta, I gotta take care of business, and I gotta, get some other stuff done. But it's okay. Checkup, cleaning, and x-ray. There you go. Important. Like I said, it's just, last night I was a little loopy, so I'm glad people are here. I'm glad people are chatting. I don't really have, a lot to say today about, whatever. I did have one thing that we could chat about. Sometimes I get to talking, and sometimes I'm exhausted mentally from work. Ultron, 100%. Like I said, I always want to make it clear that, I'm fine with that. Last night was a weird night because I was very tired, and people weren't chatting, and I was feeling odd. And then doing two builds in a row, I was like, okay, I'm gonna need something to talk about for today. So I definitely didn't do prep. I wouldn't call what I did prep, but I did think about what I was gonna chat about tonight. And we should talk about music a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. We can talk a little bit about some tunes, some music. People are getting their Spotify end of the year and end of the decade stuff together, which is fun. Arguments about the decade and if this is actually the end of the decade or if that's the end of 2020, if 2020 is part of this decade, whatever. That's aside. I do not care about that. But people are thinking about they're getting their music stuff, and I don't have that. So I don't have that because I don't have Spotify. I have Google Play. I have Google Music. Now, you might be asking yourself, Pat, why do you have Google Music? I know. What? Why would you do that? And the answer is YouTube Red, which is now YouTube Premium. There was a deal where you could get YouTube Premium and Google Music for the same amount, and you got both of them like for a low rate. I have YouTube Premium, which used to be called YouTube Red, because it means that if I'm logged into Gmail or Google and I go to YouTube, I will not see ads. So if I'm working and I am at a theater and someone asks me for, hey, can you play this song? I know that if I'm logged into YouTube, we will not see an ad, and that song will just play. And there won't be an interruption. There won't be, if someone asks me to play a YouTube video, if they're like, hey, here's an unlisted video of mine, it won't play. And included with that is Google Music. So it made sense to get rid of Spotify and just have Google Music. I used to have Last.fm. I was wondering, is the defense of the Cardboard Championship the weekend sanctioned by League of Heels? Lashbrook, it is not an official League of Heels defense. To which, and if argued, I will point this out, Lashbrook. Where's the belt? Ophidian doesn't have the belt. I have the belt. So Ophidian can say that he's defending his King of Cardboard Championship. But as far as I'm concerned, it is a non-sanctioned bout. Because they said, hey, do you want to do a panel? And I said, you should do a panel. SmackDown Showdown. Because we're not going to do a panel. I'm not mad. It's just, to me, it's non-sanctioned. If someone who is not Ophidian wins, I don't know if we are going to officially recognize that or not. I have not made the decision on that. We might, but to me right now, it is non. That is not a sanctioned bout. There is no rep from League of Heels present, and I have the cardboard belt because I made it. Put an asterisk on that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought I heard the belt was the bottom of a tub of green Jello. I think the Smack Talk Showdown guys are saying it's defense. I mean, I don't know. So, Lashbrook, it is an odd tradition here in League of Heels that we hold on to the belt. Now, is that because we wanted to make sure that we had the belt at every show, so we hold on to it? Is it also because our regular traditional belt is annoying to fly with? Yes. But the cardboard belt I just ended up with. He didn't take it, so I have it. The real thing is that none of our title holders have ever defended it at an outside show. If they wanted to, they totally could. But as far as I know, it is not considered. This is not an actual title defense. But also, it totally can be, and I don't care. So if somebody else wins and they're like, "Hey, I'm the League of Heels cardboard champion," I would say, "Okay, sure. I guess I'll say sure. I don't know. Like I said, it's not something I've put any thought into. Like in the same way that if Felix was like, "Hey, I defended the Jeff Green Championship and lost it," I would be like, "What?" And they would have to explain what the fuck they were talking about by that. It would be weird. I would say that the Cardboard Championship is the only belt that would not be normal to be defended on other shows. I think the other belts, it would not make any sense for them to be defended other places. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll find out tomorrow how that goes. I'm not at the panel. So I have Google Music, like I said. Google Play, because I don't have, so I don't have like, hey, here's your like end of the year wrap thing, or here's what you have. I don't have any of that. I just have my recent activity and I know what I've listened to. So I can like I'll look at all that and see like my playlists and my mixes, and I can see like thumbs ups and stuff like that. But it's kind of fun because I just go through the albums. Because also, I don't use Google Music like I don't download music and listen to it on. Really, I listen to podcasts on my phone. That is where I listen to music more than anything else. I just listen to podcasts, or I don't listen to music really. So honestly, my Google Play is my Google Play is work related stuff. So it's playlists that I play at work, and it's what do you call it? So it's music I play at work, and it is just like non-vocal music soundtracks that I play often to just like listen to and relax like while I'm writing stuff. So it's like not that exciting. I think I said that like if you checked it, it would just be like, oh, you listen to a lot of Lizzo, and you listen to a lot of these playlists for like a couple times a week for a few weeks, and then you don't listen to those playlists anymore, and you build a new playlist, and you listen to all the songs on that a couple times a week for a few weeks, and then you move on to a new playlist. And I'll be like, yes, because that's what I use. It's cool for people that are like, oh, here's the band I've listened to the most this decade. Like, that's cool. That's interesting. My first like streaming music service that I paid money for, after the like initial like when people started doing that, and it wasn't just like, oh, I don't do that. I just like whatever pay for or just put MP3s in an MP3 player. When I got a streaming music service, I had Rdio. It was radio without the A. Rdio was great. I really enjoyed it. It had a feature that I loved that Spotify stole that I think is great. So here's what Rdio did that was really smart and I think great. So let's say I have my iPod Touch, right? I got an iPod Touch. I got Rdio on it. I'm playing music on Rdio. Playing a soundtrack or whatever. I'm also logged into Rdio on my phone. So I pop open my phone, and I can use my phone as a remote. So I could say, hey, actually I want to listen to Rdio here. But what you definitely do, which was awesome at the time anyway, was, well, I'm going to pause this, or I'm going to start this. So what that actually meant was, as a remote, the best part of it was I could be like, not in the tech booth at the theater that I was working at, talking to people, just hanging out, and then be like, all right, let's open. And then I would just like open up the app on my phone and press play, and then music would start playing because I was using my phone as a remote. Spotify lets you do that as well. Google Music is just like, hey, you have this open in two places. We're going to close it. And you're like, no, don't. Google Music also sometimes doesn't like it when you have like, when you start playing YouTube. It's just like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, all right, relax and be cool. Google Music. It's not the best, but it is, as I said, included. So I keep it. YouTube, like I said, YouTube Premium just helps me do my job, so I am consistently interested in that, and will most likely keep that as long as I tech at theaters. I expect it to continue to do that. All right, so we are almost done here. We are putting our figures. These could be painted. They tell you what colors to paint these if that's something you want to do. I do know some people that have painted these little friends. They're a little hard sometimes to get to sit in the in these vehicles because these are small little things. I remember I had a heck of a time getting Goku to sit in the motorcycle, which was really frustrating. All right, so we did that. Now we can do Oolong. Ox King's car. You know, I mean, I think Ox King, who's a dad, would be like, hey, I heard about you. Kidnapped a bunch of ladies, right? Not into that. They kind of don't. I mean, it was probably not an international incident or anything, but like, they really don't ever bring that back up once they're like, well, now you're part of the crew. Seems pretty small for the Ox King. Yeah, I mean, one would assume this was for the Ox King's wife or for Cheat Cheat to inherit. And the Ox King probably didn't spend a lot of time in this. That's the assumption. The Ox King wasn't spending a lot of time in it. But that's it. I'm going to take a photo of it. That's it. It as I said, quick build. 30-minute build. They include, 2 stickers, some paint instructions if you want to go wild with it. The version that is like, there's a version of this that's all done in Chrome, which is pretty nice. I have one of those done in Chrome. Ooh, there's a Pokemon I haven't caught yet out there. That's going to be after the stream. Was that from the list? Dirty, yes. Why did that pop up? I don't know why, but my iTunes just popped up. That's weird. This was purchased from my wish list. This was bought by Ray, and I do have one more that someone else purchased from my wish list. Someone purchased, I believe, the motorcycle. I can't remember. I want to look that up because I can see when people have bought things off my wish list, but I don't get any more information other than that it's been purchased. I don't get like notifications, but you can filter by purchased. And so someone recently bought Oolong's Road Buggy, so I'm excited to get that at some point in the mail. But yeah, I only have one left. I have Mighty Mouse. Got to build the Mighty Mouse, which is the roadster that Yamcha drives. It's called Mighty Mouse. Why? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a photo of this. Yeah, beautiful. Photo done. That way I can just put it in its here, or in its box. And someday I'll have all these left, and I will build, the other ones. Yeah, the other one's coming in the mail, so at some point I will receive that, and I will build it on stream. But that's done. That is a complete kit. So it's time to change over. Oh, we're building a Deathscythe. We are building a Deathscythe. Take the instructions out. This is a master grade. So we got connecting pieces. We've got a couple stickers. Eye stickers. This is the 2011 re-release of the Deathscythe Hell Custom from Endless Waltz. I have most of the pieces that I need over there. Over here, I have the wings, which we won't need till the end, so I keep those separate. Oh, I can't wait to build this kit. It's gonna be fun. So much fun. I'm putting the Deathscythe. I don't expect anybody here to have the Scythe emote because that's tier 2, but I'm throwing it in there. Oh boy. So, if you haven't been around in a minute, the thing I need you to understand is that Gundam Wing is the first Gundam show that I ever saw. And I saw the first episode. So I'd seen ads and probably saw like the eyes of the wing and all that. But when the Scythe showed up, the beam Scythe and was just like, yes. It's like the Shinigami, the god of death, with a beam Scythe, dark looking, cool model kit, piloted by a teenager, but he's wearing, he's got the vestment, which is sacrilegious. That's rude. But also, Duo's the jokester of the crew. He's laughing through his pain. And it's just like such a good show. And I was so into it. The Deathscythe, like, is my favorite model kit. Deathscythe, number 1. Deathscythe Hell Custom, number 2. Epion, number 3. Deathscythe Hell, no, not number 4. Tallgeese 3, number 4. Deathscythe Hell, number 5. And then, I don't know, the different Shenlong, Alton are in there. Heavy Arms are in there. Tallgeese 2 is kind of low, because Tallgeese 2 is good, but it's not great. And then, like, at the bottom is the Sandrock. Dirty says, sorry, I don't have a Deathscythe. That's okay, don't worry about it. Literally, the Deathscythe is the Tier 2 and Tier 3 emote. That is only because I have 2-tier subscribers. I have 2 Tier 2 subscribers, I should say. And so I wanted to have an emote for them. If someone ever joined Tier 3 for more than like a month or a couple months, and it became a thing that was like, oh, that's a regular thing, then I would do something for them as well. But I do have 2 Tier 2s, and one is a long-time supporter, and one is been around for a bit. And so I do want to have something special for them. Originally, the Lego emote was a Tier 2. But I decided, I was prosperous at the time, that I was going to make that for... Or they also changed the rules for affiliates. You know, they changed the rules and made it so that I could have more emotes. So I wanted to share the wealth, as it were. Get some emotes out there for people. See what's up. So this is a 2011 re-release of this kit, which is a good re-release. The 2011 kit is strong, solid, dependable. The Gundam kits I know like the back of my hand. This is not going to be a challenging build. There will not be times where I go, now, what am I supposed to do here? I could build a Deathscythe high grade blindfolded. Not necessarily a master grade, because master grades still require some work. But I think if all the pieces were cut out and you were like, okay, this is what you do. Like, I could do a keep talking, and everybody builds. Like, I could do that. I could do it. I think I could do it blindfolded. Or not even blindfolded. I think I do it with like someone reading the instructions and telling me what pieces to pick and what to do with them. I know this kit very well. I know these kits very well. And they're comfortable. But I'm a better builder than I was then. And also, like, doing a Deathscythe so early in my build career, I was like, I don't get to build one anymore. I built them already. I'm out of Deathscythes. Like, that sucks. Do I hope that one day the Deathscythe Hell will have a master grade or an RE100? Yes. Someday I hope to see a master grade of the Deathscythe Hell. It's annoying that it's only in the 1/100 high grade. That's annoying to me. I think the Hell deserves to have that. I would build it. Do I want a perfect grade Deathscythe someday? Of course I do. It could be the original. It could be the Endless Waltz Cell Custom. I'm fine with either. I think both have their pros and cons. This is also one of the only Gundam kits that I have ever built the SD, the Super Deformed, the Chibi, of the Deathscythe, because of course I built that. Because of course I did. Why would I not do that? That was a no-brainer when the possibility existed that I was going to build the Endless Waltz one. Of course. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. Uh, this show is a gateway to me being really into the series, to trying the series for the first time. The use of it being young people and really leaning into shonen was, and the drama, the school elements really struck with me. Uh, it is a show that means a lot to me and opened the door for me checking other things out. Harold says, "Good night, everyone. Pat, have a good PAX Unplugged." Harold, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, I will be at PAX Unplugged only for Saturday, but I'm looking forward to being there. I hope you have a great night, Harold. I will see you next time. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hosting as always. Ooh, I yawned, and I apologize for that yawn. But yeah, this series, I watched this, and then G Gundam came out, and I watched that. I watched Char's Counterattack shortly after starting G Gundam, because I was like, alright, people are telling me that these shows are not, there's a whole continuity and all these shows that follow after each other, and I should check this stuff out, and I don't know anything about this, so I'm going to learn about this, and learned about it, and learned about Zaku's and Goofs and all kinds of things. New types. Understood that. I understood that Hero is basically a new type. Is not said as that, but him using the Zero system and what the Zero system is kind of playing with, and where the show is different from other Gundam shows, where it's very similar, and started being like, okay, all right, okay, I'm checking this out, and finding out about other shows. And I watched the the fan subs of X, because Gundam X was not going to get a dub treatment, and in fact, did not do well in Japan, so certainly wasn't going to come out in the U.S. I remember the big deal of Gundam Seed, because Gundam Seed was going to come out, and that was going to be the next big Gundam series, because other Gundam series hadn't been big, but this was going to be big, and it was, and then it wasn't, and then it still was, but not with the right fans, and all this other stuff. Thinking that Turn A was real weird, which it is. Then not really paying attention to Gundam for a long ass time, and get back into it. I still like Seed a lot despite the hate it gets. Yeah, Ultron, I don't hate it. It's not great. And I think that Destiny isn't great. Here's the thing. Because I was so, I also wasn't watching anime at all. The thing I regret more than not really paying attention to Seed and not really caring about Seed is I wish I had been watching Iron-Blooded Orphans as it came out and was part of the conversation about that, was part of groups and talking about that. I missed out on Iron-Blooded Orphans being a thing, and that kind of always bummed me out that I didn't get that, because that would have been fun to been able, interesting, I should say. The Blitz is still incredible looking. The Blitz is a Deathscythe, right? The Blitz was such a fun build, and is such a cool looking kit. To me, that's a great modern mech. A lot of people look at Iron-Blooded Orphans as the last some really great Gundams and really great kits in the series, and to which I agree. Oh yeah, the Gusion is unreal. Gusion is great. And build fighters and divers and all that, there's some great Gundam stuff in there. Obviously a lot of it is referential and in variations. So I understand like where people are like, either love that or hate that, and I could see that either way. Um, Mostly, I'm just like, yeah, you know, I'm bummed that I hadn't or wasn't as into it as I could have been, because there could have been a lot more Gundam stuff. Gestion was really evocative of stuff from Turn A. Yeah, Turn A is like so weird. It's just like I should go back to it at some point because the Gundam just like it was just this weird thing where I was like, it looks like he has a mustache. It looks like that kid has a mustache, and it was just like this weird. It was just like it felt like a very weird story, and I wasn't sure where it was going, and I did not give it the attention or time that it deserved. Certainly. So I've always thought about making a return to Turn A, which that was not my intention to almost do a pun there or a play on words, but yeah, I have thought in the past that maybe it was worth a revisit, but I don't know. Oops. All right. Sometimes the cockpit here is a little tricky. Dirty just put a link in. Yes, the Gussion. Yep. Yeah, no, we built a high-grade Gussion not too long ago with the big hammer, the Iron Blood Orphans one. Because it just has that big hammer, and that was just fun. That's just a fun little kit. Just a fun kit to build. Yeah, it's solid. Alright, so... Okay, put that there. And then this is going to go... Oh, yeah, it goes in first. That's what it is. This is the only trick... this is one of the only tricky things is sometimes getting these arms around here and getting some of the armor together can be a little tricky on this Master Grade, but for the most part, it's a very straightforward, fairly simple build. Like as I said, there are occasionally a few components that are a little weird, but for the most part, it's fairly straightforward. Alright. So this goes like that. Yeah, so this goes in here. And then this goes up. Whoops. And that was my first kit. I blame Austin Walker for it. Heck yeah. Not the one in the link, because that's more talent than I have in the moment. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't got those abilities. I'm not making incredible looking custom stuff. I haven't done any painting. You all know that. At some point, I would like to try it. I think in 2020 might be the year that I give some painting a shot, or marker work at least. Thinking about it, but right now, no decisions have been made yet about that. If that is in the cards or not. Okay, so what's going on here? So this goes like this. This goes in here like that. This goes in like this. It goes up. It's going to go down. Put it here. This is going to go up. Oh. I am running into a little bit of a problem trying to get this lined up right. I don't know why. I don't think I did anything wrong. Just being a little rude. Alright, so we'll go in like this. And we put that in there. And why is this being rude? It shouldn't be rude, and I don't know why it is. So, we're going to stop. We're going to take a step back. Figure out this goes in here, this goes in here. This all looks right. This all looks right. This all looks right. Let me go back in here. This is what we did wrong. I figured it out. This piece is backwards. This piece right here is backwards, and that is causing an issue with everything fitting right, which makes perfect sense. So we'll put that in. This is an easy fix. Didn't even need tools to fix this, so that's nice. Thank you very much, Dirty, for that. It is a good time for folks to drink some water if you haven't yet. I will be doing that. We will be taking our pause for the cause in a moment or two, and I will indulge in some water as well. Alright, yep, and that fit in, no problem, just fine. And then the bottom should slide right in. And as I said, sometimes it's a little tricky to line these up, but shouldn't be too bad. Yep, it's a little tricky sometimes to line these up. Okay. We will take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the stream if that's something you'd like to do. Just wait till the 10 o'clock hour, and then I will also talk about a couple anime shows. I watched one show that I normally watch on Wednesdays, but and I waited a day. I watched it last night because I wanted to talk about it on stream today. One show that came out today, and then one that isn't in my normal rotation. It's a Saturday show. It just didn't look that interesting, but I've heard good things, so I did check out the first 2 episodes of it, and we'll talk about it today. And I don't know if it's going to enter my regular rotation, but I did want to watch it so that I have something to talk about, because it's 2 build stream days in a row. Alright, there we go. Got it done. Looking good. We'll do a little bit more off the body here. Gotta do G214 and H13. But yeah, we'll talk about some anime, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I got going on this weekend and all that. That should go pretty well, and that'll be the stream. Ultron, there is no exclamation point pizza command. Yeah, I don't have a Nightbot command for pizza. Of course, that's not to say I can't do one. And in fact, perhaps there is now a command for pizza. Now, will that automatically populate? I don't know. Drat, I just took one out of the oven. Well, there you go, Ultron. I don't know. If you type pizza now, maybe it'll pop up. Maybe it'll be a exclamation point pizza command. It may take a moment or two to populate. I'm not actually sure if it will appear. But if someone wants to put that in there, it could. No, there is no Baba Ganoush. Yes! There is now a pizza command. Some popcorn, Asmo. Okay, alright, okay. But now there is the incredibly popular command. Maybe I'll get pizza later. And in fact, it's Thursday night. I'm gonna finish up the stream in an hour. Maybe I'll go get pizza, because there are Pokemon out there, and I might want to try to catch a couple. So yeah, so now there's we got a new command to the command list. With Water, Honk, and Goose, we now have a couple nonsense, unnecessary Nightbot commands. We went from, oh, these are all practical, to, oh, some of these are just nonsense. Nice nonsense. Alright, I might need this here. Put these in there. Oh, these just popped in nice and easy. $11 p.m. pizza. Hey, here's the thing. I'm not going to sleep until 2 or 3 a.m., so it's not like I'm going to eat and then immediately go to bed. Also, I live in a city that is alive at 11 p.m. So, while my local pizza place by midnight doesn't have a lot of selection and it's kind of the bottom, because it's right by a subway entrance or an exit, they on a Thursday they're still selling pizza and it's still very good. I live a very good pizza place. So, on all fronts, I'm not that brave. I'm just calculated. Who knows if, yeah. But also sometimes they're like, they're still open, but sometimes they're like, well, we've got some of this, like, we got a couple of slices you don't like. And that's all we got. I think I've shared this before, but I live above a pizza place that sells slices and open late. Asmo, you have said that, and that is dangerous. Oh. Indeed. Nothing good happens after midnight. I mean, some of it's good. Sometimes it's good. It's just not good. But yeah. Maybe sometimes things you can't talk about happen after midnight. They're pretty good. Weird. You lost your, okay, so let me finish this one thing up, and then we're gonna take our pause for the cause. We can get started by saying, hey, if you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave emote, the Lego emote, Scythe if you're tier 2. Let the people know. Let folks know. You can use your Twitch Prime coin if you have Amazon Prime. You link it with your Twitch, and that's one way to do it. You can also you have to manually renew if you use your Twitch Prime, because it doesn't do it for you. You have to renew it. That's how that works. But you can also, if you want, use Cash Money. Cash Money is a way to support the stream. You can just become a subscriber, and that's rad. If you renew, make sure that you hit that notification so it shows up that you've renewed. That's always nice because then we can thank you for doing so. But also it's good because it means that in this month is that you'll share emotes, access, like random access to emotes, and then people will get to share in some holiday emote because you subscribed here. That also happens if you do bits and coins of $300 or 300 bits or more of cheer. If you cheer 300 bits, you also unlock that. Bits and coins always appreciated. Being a subscriber is always great. Make sure you're following me if you're not already a subscriber. That's a great way to support the stream. I'll go through pretty quickly, and we'll get through this as fast as I can, just so that we're not wasting your time. I have a Patreon. Patreon is a great way to support the stream. If you don't want to be a subscriber, you can join my Patreon because the rewards are good, and check to look at that. This is all in the show description on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, you can check out the show description for all of this. I have an Amazon wish list. The Ox King's hover car that we just built was bought on my wish list. So you can go to the wish list. I just put up some new stuff. I'm constantly putting new things on there. You can buy something. It'll get sent to me. I'll build it on stream. It jumps the line. I put this thing, the 144 scale high grade of the Lotto Twin set. That looks weird. I'll build that. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool and is reasonably priced, even for a high grade. Bunch of different stuff on there. Some of it's Amazon, or some of it's Twitch Prime, some of it's not. But it gets sent to me in the mail. I build it on stream. Bunches of stuff. Lots of Gundam. Some stuff that isn't Gundam that looks cool. Another of the Kamen Rider that was a fun build. Plenty of Lego. You know, sometimes there are price drops. Sometimes there aren't. Some things are coming from Japan. Some things are coming from the U.S. But there's some things, and I would like to build them. And you could buy things that I will then build on stream, and it will be fun. Indeed, Ultron. Ultron's showing off all those emotes. Um, and yeah, and tell me if you're buying something there, because it's always nice to see that. I also have ways that you could give me a gift card at USA Gundam Store. You just buy a gift card, you get a code, you whisper me on Twitch, you send me a DM on Twitter, and then I'll use that gift card code on USA Gundam Store and buy it that way. They constantly have deals. They email me almost every day with their deals. Donations, if you donate, because anything that gets sent to me, my Twitch money, my Patreon money, any donations that come in while I stream, go to me buying kits, because this is an expensive thing. I gotta buy things to build things. So donations are great. Do it if you can. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a Discord. Join my Discord. It's good. Please join the Discord. It's nice. It's very laid back. I post when I build stuff. I put photos up. People post things of things they're working on. It's nice. I'll need that in a minute. Pat Bear's Anime Club went up on Monday. This past Monday, I put up a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club talking about Isekai, explaining it. If you've ever wondered what that was, that's some information on that. Yesterday, I put up a new background of characters. That's my improvised character show that I do weekly. Check that out. That's a quick, fun video to watch. I'm going to drink some water. You can drink water too if you want. That emote went up before. Heck yeah. That's some water. And I guess we'll do some anime talk as we get back to building. We're going to get back to building. It's build time. We're getting back into it. Put that anime up in there so I know what I'm going to talk about there. And, yeah. That's the end of that, I think. Did I say everything I want to say? Yeah. Alright. Cool. So let's get back to building. Let's find the pieces we need here. And I'll talk to you about high school prodigies have it easy, even in another world. So this was a comparatively light episode of High School Prodigies. It focused on the character Ringo, and who is the genius. She is seemingly younger than everybody else, seemingly very inexperienced. She has a crush on our main dude, the politician, who either doesn't acknowledge that crush or is unaware of it, and has definitely been using her in order to get her to make cool shit that he needs, because she's the genius. So we learn about her in a flashback, how she was somewhat of an experiment with her. Her mother was a geneticist and scientist, and things were great, except that Ringo is too fucking smart, and her mom left because of just clear, obvious jealousy she had, because Ringo was trying hard, because she got in her head that, oh, if I do this stuff, my mom will praise me and think I did a great job. But that is not the case. Her mother was clearly jealous of the daughter that she created being badass and awesome and smart. So it was interesting. That was like an interesting backstory. It was a fairly okay episode of the show. They hinted that there's going to be some stuff. I know that at some point she goes into space. I think in some of the previews they had her in a spaceship, which doesn't make any sense in this fantasy world. A bad mom. Yes, Ultron. Ringo is the product of a bad mom. A mom whose jealousy over what she created being better than her, and not being able to be proud of her daughter, and instead turning against her, is a real bummer. It's a real fucking bummer. But yeah, Ringo gets inspired by the politician guy to like work on things and build things, and by building, she decides she wants to start creating again. Yeah, it's a fine enough episode. I didn't love it. Part of the beginning is also conversations about dates because they're hanging out and she's never been on a date before, so she goes to the other women in that are part of the Prodigies and asks them for advice. And the samurai gives advice that you would expect. She treats everything like a confrontation and like a fight. So there'll probably be some anime gifts to that, or for her advice basically being, go for the balls. You gotta get them by the balls. And she's like, I would like to do this in a non-confrontational way. She's like, oh, I don't know. I don't have advice for that. And then she goes to the doctor, who you would assume the world's greatest surgeon would have good advice for her. But the world's greatest surgeon is definitely a kinky weirdo who we've kind of gotten glimpses of that, but hasn't really been a big part of the character. Which I only mention because her advice is like, well, you want to be close, you want to have like direct contact with them, and then you want to chloroform him so that you can do stuff. And it's like, wait, what the fuck? Come on, doctor. What happened to do no harm? It was weird. It was like a weird part of the episode. And then she gets advice from the ninja that like love is like a hunt and she has to like blah blah blah, and it's like it is more practical advice and it is the best advice. I mean, really, she should go to like the mom that there's a mom character in there that has like a rebellious teen and a husband and all this stuff who they met in the first village they hung out in. I'm like, you should probably talk to her more than talk to like the weird prodigies that you hang out with about relationship stuff. Yeah, it was a weird episode, but like, I don't know, it wasn't creepy fan service like the previous episode, so it was better than the last episode because it wasn't weird. I had higher hopes for High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World, because I was like, oh, it being a group isekai and them being extraordinary before they even got there, it should be cool. And it's just fine. It's fucking fine. It's low tier. It's fine enough. It's a fine enough isekai. It's forgettable. I have forgotten that I watched it at some point in the next year. I'll be like, oh yeah, that one. So it is what it is. Same say love. It's like a river. So it is a guy that I will not forget because it's bummed me out so much. It's Kemono Michi. I'm gonna keep watching it. It is for me, for Pat Baer, the closest thing I get to a hate watch. Because I don't think I hate the show, but it is such a fucking bummer because it could be rad as hell, and it isn't. I'm gonna talk so much about it. The wrestling stuff is fun. The creep stuff isn't. Like, it is often a chore. I'm sure there are people out there that do enjoy it, that are like finding the fun in it and finding the comedy in it. I'm sure that I am not, I am possibly the minority in it. And then there might be people out there that are just like, what? No, that's my favorite show, man. I don't know what you're talking about. But that ain't me. I am bummed by it consistently. Which is a shame, because as I said, the fucking strongest premise of an isekai I've ever heard. I would not have predicted that this is. So I was a little worried, as I said, because I don't think Konosuba is good, and I know people that really like it, but I don't particularly enjoy it. So I was worried because of that, but when I looked at the 4 isekai that were coming, or the 5 isekai that were coming out, I wouldn't have predicted that I would stop watching Bookworm because I was just not interested at all. That I would be watching, but not loving, but liking enough. Prodigies that I would be really disappointed and annoyed with Kemono Michi. That I would be like, okay, but really hate the main character, but be kind of obliged to continue watching Cautious Hero. And that my fate, like, I knew I would like it. I knew the premise was solid. Didn't I say to make my abilities average even in the next life? I knew that the premise was really strong. But I did not know that I would genuinely enjoy it. And it's not, this week's episode wasn't like the strongest, but it's still like good. It's still light years ahead of all the other isekai. And like, really good. I don't think it makes, it's my second favorite show of the season, and that I did not think I would be saying. And then, so the new show that I wanted to talk about. Here's the new anime talk. This is a show that's been out. We're 9 episodes in. I watched the first 3 episodes. Watched the first 3 episodes. Liked what I saw. It is called, Welcome to Demon School. Iruma-kun. It is the story of a young boy who, if asked directly for favors, cannot say no. He's a good boy. He's a good, sweet kid. He means well. He's a good human boy. His parents sell him to a demon. A very strong old demon. A well-known, well-respected old demon. Who he says, please call me Grandpa. And I'm going to call you my grandson. Now you have to go to school, so you're going to go to demon school. And you can't tell anyone that you're a human because they will not react positively to that and will probably try to eat you. And eventually, I'm going to give you the ability to have some magic, but you don't need that right away. You're going to be doing some stuff, and through confluences of comedy and goofiness and weirdness, because it's a comedy show, you'll get out of situations. You're going to end up with with some weird characters that are your support network and your friends, who are real odd. And it's the first 3 episodes funny. There's a character who kind of figures out that he's a human, but is really into him. Everyone who knows he's a demon, who thinks he's a demon, they think he's a very powerful demon, but like generally are like, this guy's pretty cool. It is pretty fun. It's pretty fun, I would say. Not my favorite thing. I don't know if I'm going to get caught up on it. I feel like it might be a show that I watch when when like some shows have wrapped up but new ones haven't started yet, and suddenly you have like, it's that period where it's like, oh, there's not a lot out there because this show was 12 episodes or started 2 weeks before this other one. So like, or this weekly went on a hiatus, and so I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to watch this. So it'll be interesting to see if I keep up with it. I don't know. It's a Saturday show. I have a lot of shows that come out on Friday and Saturday. I postponed one, so I might get caught up a few more to be able to talk about on Monday. But since I'm not streaming on Saturday, I'll have a lot of anime to talk about on Monday, which will be the next build stream we do. So next time I'll talk about anime. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep watching it. I liked it, and so I will say this: if you're looking for a comedy anime that is kind of lighthearted and is silly, like, you could do a fucking lot worse. It's fun. I like it. It's got some good characters. Like I said, good story stuff going on. Stick to it. Stick. There we go. We're building our head here, putting our head together. But yeah, overall, I'm fairly positive on it. I think it's like a pretty fun show. Yeah, I don't have anything really else to say about it. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't start it. I think because there's just so much. There was already like a couple late Friday shows that were continuing, but Friday is such a busy day. There's like 4 shows or 3 or 4 shows that come out on Friday that I was just like, oh, there's already so much on Friday that I don't know if I'm going to watch another Friday show. I think that's why I just didn't. But I goofed because it's pretty fun. Saw enough clips of it that I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch this. I'm going to have to start thinking about my favorite anime of the year. My favorite shows of the year. Like, one of the nice things about doing these streams and every week talking about anime is that I can go and look at the videos this year and stream to stream, see what I was putting in the show notes, show description on YouTube, and see like what I'm watching, which is a good way of keeping track of the shows that I liked. Like Slime was still happening in 2019, so obviously that was one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I have to start really looking at that. Of course, I know that After School Dice Club I really loved. I liked this season 2 of Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I remember really liking that. But yeah, I get to like go to my YouTube and like start looking at descriptions of like show things in and kind of like seeing like I'll go back some. Like I can just click on a random one. So I'm just going to click on a July date, July 4th. I streamed on July 4th, apparently. And the anime I talked about that was Black Clover, One Punch Man Season 2, Are You Lost, and If It's For My Daughter, I'd Even Defeat a Demon Lord. So, Black Clover, definitely one of my favorite shows this year. Really loved it. One Punch Man Season 2, not one of my favorite shows this season. But that does remind me that this year we had Mob Psycho Season 2, which was one of my favorite shows. So, like, that's great that we hit there. Are You Lost? Good. Not necessarily one of my favorite shows. But it's kind of fun that I can just, like, see what I was watching at those times and, like, just click on a thing and take a look so I can go back. So, let's see. So, not only was I doing Papercraft in May, I was watching Fruits Basket, We Never Learned, the first season, Josie Cassern, and an anime that I don't remember the name. What's... Oh! This is a perfect example. Senryu Girl. I totally forgot all about Senryu Girl, which was fucking such a good show. That was a beautiful show. That was the half-length episodes about the girl that only communicated by writing like haikus. Nanako. Oh, Senryu Girl was great. Totally forgot about that show. Oh, the Totoro Bus Stop. Yes, that was really fun, Ultron. I had a great time doing that. It's the only Papercraft I've done on stream, but it was really fun to do. I had a blast doing that Papercraft. So yeah, it's kind of fun to be able to be like, oh, I can just go back and look to see what I was watching. But yeah, I totally forgot about Senryu Girl. Senryu Girl is definitely in my top 10 uh, shows of the year. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where things line up. That's just like a lovely show. But I do get to, yeah, I get to go through. I'm just gonna go through like my YouTube videos. I'm gonna go through a playlist, just clicking on them, looking at the descriptions, writing down the ones that stand out to me. And it's nice to have that, because the alternative is that I have to go through like my recently watched, which isn't great for Crunchyroll because it only is Crunchyroll. Then I have to go through Hulu as well and like remember what I watched on Amazon Prime. Like that's not the easiest thing in the world. There are times where you just like can forget things, and so like having the ability to be able to find those shows is very helpful. Or like remembering that like, oh, I started watching Demon Slayer and then I just didn't. Well, you have a BuzzFeed style top 10 anime. So dirty. What I'll have is episode 7 of Pat Bear's Anime Club, which will come out on December 30th. I'll just do a video which will be my top 10 anime of the year of 2019. I'll just do that because I do every other Monday I put out a new video on my YouTube about anime, the anime topic. This past Monday I did one which was explaining isekai. The 16th will be a video about Christmas. It will be Christmas anime episodes that I really liked, or that I really like, I should say. And then the next one, which will come out on the 30th, will be mine. And then I guess in January I'll probably do a new shows coming out preview. That might be the next one. I don't know. I don't know what the next one will be because that's in January. But that's the plan anyway. So yeah, so it'll still be like a top 10. Last year I just did tweets. I just did it in tweet form because I don't have any place to write up my anime stuff. But now that I have a YouTube series about anime, I have a place to write about anime, or to talk about anime. So I can talk about anime. Alright, so I got to put these eyes on here. This is our first sticker of the kit. There are 3 stickers here, and or 4 stickers to say, and 3 of them are go on her head, and one goes on. I forget where the last one goes. I think it goes on her waist, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I had totally forgot about Senryu Girl. It's just a lovely show. It's good vibes. I would say Anime Dice Club will probably be, since it was one of my favorite shows of the season, will probably be on the list. I have to start looking at going through and putting those together, but like there are a few shows that I'm like, I know this would be on there, or like, yeah, like a show like Are You Lost? I know I liked, but I didn't love Are You Lost? So like I don't know if that's gonna be like if that would make the cut. Josu Kasare is fun. Like there are fun shows, but I can't say for certain that any of them are like, this is my favorite show of the, this is gonna make it. And Slime, like I think Slime makes it because it was one of my favorite shows of last year and it continued in this year. And I don't think the OVAs kill it. The OVAs don't help because or OADs I should say, the OEDs aren't good. Really aren't good. But I don't think they like destroy its chances. They don't hurt it too much. But yeah, Mob Psycho certainly up there because it's just so good. Season 2 of Mob was so good. Like by the end of season 2 of One Punch Man. I was like into it. It took a long time to get there, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. And I really liked One Piece this year. A lot of One Piece has been really good. The Wano, like the Whole Cake Island arc ended really strongly. The Wano arc has been great. Like, there's a lot to like about what's going on with this series, or the series. So like that's been up there. Demon Slayer was a show that like I kind of fell off of, but then got back into because people were like, "But fucking Demon Slayer," and I was like, "Yeah. You know what? You're right. Fucking Demon Slayer." Speaking of BuzzFeed, I just got a personalized ad somewhere that read, "Interpret this art and we'll tell you what zodiac sign you are." And my dudes, I already know my own freaking zodiac sign. Hey, maybe you don't know the right one, Asmo. Maybe there's a secret zodiac that you don't know about, and you got to interpret this art. Maybe there's the zodiac of your heart. But also, yeah, what are they trying to say? All right, so I got to get this together here. Why is this face? All these face parts are being weird. Hey, face parts, stop being weird. I got things to do. Gotta keep building. So I've got improvised postmortem tabletop and card game edition is this Saturday at 6 p.m. at PAX Unplugged in the Leviathan Theater. I don't believe anybody watching right now is going. Yes, you saw an ad about the Bond trailer. Not the Bond trailer, an ad about it. Yeah, I heard about that. I've heard about that last Brook. You saw an ad to watch the trailer online. Very weird. Yes, that is odd. No, what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't think anybody watching is going unplugged, but I am gonna film the panel. And hopefully it'll turn out good, and you'll be able to watch that, and it won't be weird quality of filming. But I'm going to film it. I believe I have some help with that, so that'll be good. Eric Canis, who normally films my stuff, is not going to be there. He was unable to film 4-4ing it, which is why 4-4ing it, which was not streamed at West, turned out somewhat poor quality as of video. And then, so I'll film that. That'll go up next week probably, because I'll have to edit that together. I mean, I could probably do it on the bus, or the train, I should say, the train home. Put it up. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, excited for that. As always, I'm going to play some games. I've got my Bear Cave pins with me, so I can hand those out to people if they want those. I'm gonna just see some stuff. I'm gonna talk to some people. Casey Malone's Gloop Haven. Yeah, that was a great suggestion. A few people were just pitching games, which I guess the thing I put up today, I didn't properly say like game title. I just said retweet with your game name. I should have been specific. So a couple people were like pitch games. But I'll just take the title if they're good. And a few people some people just reply, they don't retweet, and that's not preferred, but it's fine. I think I have enough anyway. And this one, I think I'm kind of putting in my own spin on it here and there. I've got a few, I've got a bunch of extra ones to put in. And I'll just do that on my own, because it'll make for a better lightning round. I also forget a lot of them, so that's one of the reasons why the lightning round works as well as it does with me competing in it, is that I just don't remember them. Because people ask me, like, well, you know all of them. I'm like, most of the time it's people pitch them, and I go, oh, that's fun, and then I just put it in my PowerPoint, and then I don't think about it anymore. So, it's fine. A couple good ones. And I think it's going to be a fun panel. But yeah, that'll be good. I'm going to see some people, say hi to some friends, try some games, see if I can like play a few things, talk to some staff at some PAX staff, some Read people, Read Pop people, just like, you know, just kind of do the like, hey, what's up with 2020, y'all? What's going on? What are we doing? What's happening? What's up? Pat Baer, huh? Right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool to work with Pat Baer on things. Wouldn't that be fun? And then be like, hey, Pierce, accept my panels. I submitted panels. Please accept my anime panel because I think it's to be a fun one, and I will put a lot of work into it. If you give me an anime panel, I can hopefully get a few people that wouldn't normally go to PAX to go to PAX. I can't 100% guarantee that I can get Erica Henderson to come to PAX, the artist that did Squirrel Girl, among other things, many other things, Jughead. But if I say like, hey, I got a panel about yelling about anime, that might be good. I might be able to get her to do it. I can't guarantee it, but it's better than it's the biggest shot I got. There's a few people in Boston that I'm like, I think I can get them to do it for this panel. I have a real dumb game name, but the joke might be too esoteric for a lot of people. Plus, I kind of want to make it a real game. Asmo, always save those ideas. Sometimes an idea is too good, and I don't want those. I want ideas that are bad and silly and nonsense. Don't worry about it. I appreciate it. Oops! Oh no! And Asmo is doing a charity stream, so you check that out. You should go and follow Asmo on Twitch. Turn your notifications on so you know when that happens. So you can go support extra live stream from Asmo. And okay, and then we'll do that. I'm not saying that I'm not cutting out now, but I am giving a warning, folks. I am gonna end the stream a little early tonight. Not really early, not super early or anything, but a little early. Because I've got a long day tomorrow. I've got the day job, and then I'm rushing from the day job to make it in time for a tech rehearsal at the night gig. So I'm rushing to that. So I've got the night job, or day job, and the night job. And then I have to get up very early on Saturday so that I can go to PAX, take the train. When's my train? Amtrak. Tickets. I have it on my phone. But I also have it here. I've got to make sure. Yes, the right date. It is good. It is the right date. Oh yeah, I have a 9 a.m. train on Saturday, so Penn Station's not far away, but I do have to get there, and then I want to get there early enough to get food, to then sit on the train, get a window seat, pop my food open, eat before the train. Now the goal is that I'll be mostly done with my breakfast by the time we depart, so that I can just throw my trash away, and also that I'm not eating while the train is in motion and I'm not risking any thing. So yeah, so tomorrow is a really long day. Yes. Yeah, Asmo. Like it's going to be fun. Please do not get me wrong. I am very much looking forward to it. But tomorrow is a busy day of a lot of stuff, It's just like a lot going on. Ooh, do I have that? I can get up and see. Hold on. I'm going to try to find a thing. Yes, I do have it. I have it. I found a thing. I'm going to show you a thing that I found. And by found, I mean I purchased. Oh, no, wrong thing. Haha. I should have looked. I went and grabbed what I thought was my new hoodie. Turns out I did not grab my new hoodie. Where's my new hoodie? That's not my new hoodie. Alright, well. Fucking what I do with my new hoodie, y'all. Hey, everybody, I have a new hoodie, and I don't know where I put it. Because I'm going to show it on stream. And I literally don't know. I got a new hoodie, and it's, hey, weirdly enough, I found it. My new hoodie is black, and I couldn't find it on the table it was on, which had a lot of black stuff on it. Weirdly enough. I got a new hoodie, y'all. It is not a zipper hoodie, which I've been very into lately. But it is a hoodie that I got at TeePublic, and it is anime themed. So I'm going to show my new hoodie right now. It is a Black Clover hoodie. Look at that. Look at this not great transfer of art because the original art is not great. It looks better in person than it does on stream. But it also does not look great. Did not pay for this. The artist got paid. It is an okay transfer, but yeah, the original art is not particularly awesome. But that's okay. It's got a big pocket, which I need. I like the pocket. Look, do I prefer a zipper hoodie? Of course I do. Do zipper hoodies, do TeePublic print on zipper hoodies? They print on the back. Do I want a design on the back? No. So I got myself a big pullover hoodie for Black Clover. I think it looks very cool. And also after a couple washes, it will fade and look better. Yeah, I like it. I think that after a couple washes, it will it'll look a lot better and look more natural. Right now, it just looks like it'll all blend a little bit. But it's a good hoodie. It fits comfortably. I'm excited about that. It's comfortable. I literally couldn't find it because it was on top of other black clothing, so I couldn't find it. I grabbed the wrong thing. But I just got that in the mail today, and I haven't worn it yet. I'm going to wear it tonight when I go out to get pizza when the stream is over. Which, don't worry, I remembered that I'm going to get pizza later. I don't need a reminder of that. But yeah, that's my new hoodie. What, Black Clover merch? Like, could I get an official Black Clover hoodie somewhere? Probably. Instead, some artist got some money, and that's fun. Yeah, I don't like that show enough to get like the proper cloak and spend all the money on that. And why would I have a cloak? I'm not a guy that wears cloaks. I'm not going to cosplay as anyone from Black Clover. Although now that I say that out loud, why am I not doing that? That sounds great. I guess I would be I guess I would paint my face like Gordon. No, I'd be Magma. I would be Magma. I would have to get a wig to do some wild hair. I'd either be Magma or I would be Gray's first form, when Gray is transformed and just looks like the big guy, the big puff guy, smoke guy. I guess I would do that as Gray and cosplay as Gray. There were Yami cosplayers. And I was like, you guys are more Yajirobis than Yami. I don't know if you should be walking around with a tank top. I've only had New York style pizza a few times. It was pretty okay. Dirty, it is very good. Bad New York pizza is still good. It's still very, like, decent. I happen to live near a very good place, and I am very spoiled by how good my pizza place is. I have 2 Nationals hoodies from the World Series run, and they're the most comfortable things in the world. Heck yeah! Oh, a comfortable hoodie is so nice. My Capsule Corp purple hoodie is still very comfortable, and I'm still wearing that. I'll wear that on Saturday because that's a good, comfortable shirt or hoodie. It's thin though. That's the only problem with my Capsule Corp purple hoodie, which is generally rad, is that it is very thin. So you kind of need, it's not great. It's great for spring. It's like, oh, I need something. Or it's hot enough in here that I can, like, roll my sleeves up. New York Smith was great when you don't have a Chicago-style option. So here's the thing. Detroit style, that's cool. Chicago-style pizza. I'm not a hater. I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to come down on anything. The times I've had it, I have liked it. I can't say that I love Chicago style. I like it. It is just nothing like any pizza that I regularly have, and it's not like my kind of pizza. And as I said, I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to be a jerk or a dick about it. It's just not my thing. I'm not going to call it lasagna, but it is very heavy in ways that, just aren't my thing. Sazabi's here. Hello, Sazabi. Happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, look, I'm going to have 2 slices of pizza, or I'm going to have a slice tonight. I'm going to have 2 slices of pizza, or I'm going to have a slice of pizza and a pepperoni wheel, or like half pepperoni roll, if that is what happens, if they are available, or 2 slices of pizza, depending. And that's going to be great. That's going to be filling. It's going to be a great late night snack. I'm going to be very happy that I did it. I am not looking to have something that is going to be sit in my stomach, like, and just weigh me down. I'm not here for that. I'm not looking for that. California Pizza Kitchen? No, dirty. That is not a thing. That in this house we do not eat California Pizza Kitchen. St. Louis style. Okay. Yeah. So New York style is legitimately New York style is just Italian, like is thin. It is a thinner crust. The sauce is pretty mild, but very good. It's all about not burning anything. It's about getting that cheese a nice melt. It's foldable is important with New York style. The ability to pinch and fold because you're hovering over a plate or hovering over the street, and you want to be able to fold it so you can shove it in your mouth because you are eating on the go, because you are getting a slice. In some parts of this country, in some parts of the world, the concept of a slice is sacrilegious. You buy a pie and you eat that pie. But in New York, we don't got time to sit down and eat a whole pie. I don't have time to get together with 3 friends and get a large pie and eat that pie. We all have places to be, and sometimes I just need a couple slices of fucking pizza right the fuck now, and I gotta go. I gotta eat on the subway. I gotta eat on the street corner. Oh, the light turned red. I'm gonna get 3 more bites in. I'm gonna throw this in the trash can. Let's go. I am going to pad my pepperoni with a napkin so that when I fold, and I'm going to put a napkin on the part where I bend it because I don't want grease pouring down my hands. All right, let's go. Let's do this thing. It's time to keep going. I got places to be. I got pizza to eat, real and enjoy. Okay, let's do it. That's not to say I don't enjoy a good pie and that I don't go to places that have a good pie. Hold on, I'm going to cough. Padding is sacrilege. So, Dirty, look. Do I want to live in a world where I got the time to sit and I got the time to let and deal with grease? Yeah, I want to live in that world. The reality is I don't live in that world. I live in a world where, oh shit, there's grease all on this pepperoni. When I fold this slice in half, it's all going to pour out on me. Unless it is really cold, in which case it will congeal, which is weird. So, I got to pat this down and go. Now, could I go to a place that is less greasy? Sure. I will go. Yeah, Dirty, but sometimes I don't even have a plate. Sometimes I've already thrown the plate away because I just do not have time. Look, this is not a perfect world. It's not a perfect system. It is the world I live in sometimes. Tonight, I'm going to go and I'm going to get 2 slices or, as I said, a slice and a pepperoni wheel if that pepperoni wheel is available because the place I go to does a good pepperoni wheel. I'm going to get those to go. I'm going to bring them home. They will still be nice and hot when I get them home. I will put them on a plate, and I will, if I have a pepperoni wheel, I will get a little bit of ranch, or maybe, if I get pepperoni wheel, I'll get a little ranch out of the fridge, put that on the plate for the pepperoni wheel, because that's good to dip it in. Because the one thing about the place I go to that's local to me that is a bummer is that the cup of marinara sauce they give you, it's not that great. The marinara is not that great. The marinara in the pizza is good, but the marinara they give you for dipping things in, not that great. It's kind of a bummer. So I'll just do some ranch at home. I'm not gonna put ranch on that pizza. Don't worry about that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. That's not my thing. So I'm not doing that, but I will put some ranch on that pepperoni wheel, and it's going to be good. Now I want to make pepperoni rolls. Asmo, believe me, I'm talking about this pinwheel thing. It's good. It's no roll. They're good. Look, if I was going to get a pepperoni roll, like a proper pepperoni roll, like a proper one, I wouldn't need that slice of pizza. And I might not even eat the whole thing. Oh, it'll be good. But that is not what my place sells. They sell the wheels, and they're fine, and they're like $2. And so it's like very good price. I like a place called Brooklyn Pie Company, where the owner ships in water from Brooklyn for his dough. Yes, Dirty. There are places in Los Angeles that legitimately like buy water that they've had like a company make to make it like New York water, because that is cheaper than importing water from New York. Instead, they just have a place that makes it as close to similar as possible. Look, the water does make a difference in the dough. It certainly does. A lot of it is just ingredients and cooking technique that was keeping LA behind New York. Technique was certainly a big part of it, but the water did have something to do with it. It was partially the reason why people were disappointed when they got to when they got here, or when they got to LA. They missed the New York pizza. Oh, now I got to get that. All right, I'm going to finish this up because I did say I was going to end early, and then I didn't. But I wanted to show off that hoodie that just arrived. But I'm going to finish this up here, and then we'll call it quits. We're just making shoulders for our arms. The arms are symmetrical on the scythe. Cooking a lot of chemistry. Yep. I mean, that's all bake. Yeah, that's all baking is. It's all recipes. It's all, yeah, it's all science. It's all food science. But yeah, here's some shoulders. Kind of lightly apply those. We're not going to put those on fully because we got to build the arms around it. But it's kind of fun to see. We're building a Deathscythe, my friends. This is the Deathscythe, and I'm so excited about building a Deathscythe. You know I love a goddamn Deathscythe. Thank you so much for watching. My next build stream will be on Monday. No stream on Saturday. But please come hang out with me on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern till 5 p.m., maybe 4:30, depending on how my voice goes. 3 p.m. Eastern this Sunday, I will be streaming Twitch Sings. I'm going to be singing some songs. I haven't done a Twitch Sing stream in a while, so come hang out with some songs. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back on a Thursday. Have a great night, and I will see you in the next stream. I'm going to play an ad, but you won't see that if you're a subscriber. And if you aren't a subscriber, I don't know, watch that ad. Bye-bye.